thank you. We're very excited to be here, and you know what a moment for Supercross it is here. To my right, to have Jett and Hunter Lawrence here. First time for Jett since 2019, and I think it's since 2015 for Hunter to return to Australia. These guys are dominating Supercross globally, and it's a massive deal for us to have them here, and we really thank you guys for coming out. And obviously you're a huge part of, you know, having 40,000 people here, so thank you to you guys. To my left, another huge addition to the AUSX Open this year, Webb. Very excited. It's been a while since you've been out here too, mate, and you're obviously a huge part of this event. Very excited to have you here. Clout for Empire Kawasaki at number 4. We have Brodie Connolly there with Honda, Shane McElwrath, and we have one of our FMX boys, Cam Sinclair.
First pie in Australia?
It hit different for sure, gosh. I hit the first day for breakfast. Probably not really the best idea, but I saw it, I buckled, and I found out also you have to pay for the sauce. I ended up stealing the bakery of a 30-cent sauce, so I feel bad, but...
Peas or no peas? Peas or no peas?
I get chunky steak.
Chunky steak? What about you, Hunter? What's your poison, mate?
Yeah, same thing. Chunky steak. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Last time I was here, I was just starting my professional career and had no wins, no nothing to my name. I'm pretty sure last time what I said, I was like, I would love to get a few wins, few race wins, and now we got a whole tally of championships. So it's definitely cool. I'm very grateful for that. And no, I think it's also just a cool feeling to come back, just to kind of help the younger kids nowadays. Like, hey, it's possible, even though it might not seem like there's a path for you or anything. Like, as long as you stay committed and just stay disciplined and keep working hard, I mean, anything's possible. We never thought we'd get to this stage. So I think also it's cool to come back and have all those titles for the kids, you know, just to realize like what is possible for us.
It is, man. It's like you said, I was 18 my first time here when we raced in Sydney, racing Chad, and he was the legend like he is, and two-time champ. And yeah, it's almost 8 years later, it's kind of the roles are reversed, and we got the new Australian legends themselves. So it's great to be back. Always enjoy coming to Australia. Always enjoy racing here, and to be able to race, you know, truly some of the best Australians ever produced is really cool, and grateful for the opportunity, and looking forward to having a great weekend.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable. You know, one thing about me coming down here is it's always been a very positive interaction with the fans, and they've always been receptive and welcoming. So for me, that's it always makes my job a little easier. But yeah, as far as you know, the Uribe deal, it definitely came together last minute, and yeah, it was. I'm glad I did it. It was just, I was at a point in my career where I didn't know what to do because I had other options similar to what I did last year, and I just didn't feel like I could afford to do that just where I'm at. You know, I want to race and I want to try to continue to get better. So the decision was pretty straightforward. But yeah, it's been good. Dino and I obviously are almost neighbors. We don't live very far back in Florida, and I have a lot of respect for Dean. He's accomplished a lot of good things in his career, and he's one of the older ones, but he still knows how to throw down. So yeah, definitely, it hasn't been easy. And it's as I've learned before, nothing's over till it's over. Yeah, it's the goal is to go out tomorrow and do my job and perform to my ability, and I think we'll be in a good place.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. That's the goal for sure. I think the sport's in a really healthy position right now, so we'd be silly not to, and when we were younger, all we ever wanted to do was watch Chad do well. So for us to, hopefully be great role models for the next generation, to just, have an Aussie to bat for and have someone to look up to and show them it is possible, and we didn't even think we'd get this far, and we were able to. So just that is a huge thing, and just trying to make the sport bigger and grow it in Australia. Over in the States, we're trying to do it as well, and yeah, I'd love to see it as a long-term thing.
I haven't won an AUSX Open yet. I haven't done that yet.
Is that the final piece?
It could be the final piece. No, it's, for me, I think, when I lay in bed at night, I try to think what could motivate me more, and for me it's obviously records. I want to try and race and beat records and stuff like that, but there's times where I don't feel as motivated, but as soon as I lose, it kind of, as that competitor in me, it naturally fires me up again, so I'm probably not going to win everything, but I know there's going to be races where I go back and I'm going to be pissed off because I lost, where either Hunter beat me or Cooper beat me. So it's for me, it's just trying to beat records and make people hate me more, and just also to come back in a different state kind of way of living, like when we left here at such a young age, we were back here the toilets, and for us it's a small little accomplishment to come back and we're in first. Like it's a small thing, but it's, for us, it was such a major thing, because we came back, we went and left not thinking that's possible, where we came back and we feel like we're on top of the world of what we've achieved so far, just because it's been so untouchable for us in the previous years. So to come back and be here, we kind of reminisce of old times and stuff like that, of being kids, and yeah, we missed out on a lot, but I think what we missed out on, I would miss out on 100 more times.
But it was cool to see just the friends and family we have there, and seeing my mates that are doing well for themselves. That was kind of what stoked me out more. Honestly, just seeing them and the lives they've created for themselves and stuff was pretty cool. But yeah, it's funny, we felt like tourists. Like we didn't feel like we come back home, we have no ties there anymore, but yeah, it was funny. I'm like, we're home, but gee, we feel like visitors this time, so it was different.
It's obviously the goal, and as everybody up here, the goal is to win, right? But yeah, I mean, it's something where we know how great Jett is and can be and all that, but at the same time, like when I go to sleep at night, my goal is to beat him. So I think that we're in a great spot. We were able to build and be in a good spot to hopefully put a good result in tomorrow and keep everybody on their toes for sure.
I mean, yeah, I would agree. Definitely, if you'd asked me, I don't know, 6 years ago, it probably wasn't the game plan. But it's sometimes you got to take it in stride, and things don't always go according to plan. But I mean, for me personally, like I've just learned to try and enjoy the fact that I'm able to go race. I mean, to be honest, I love racing, so these gate drops have been good. They're obviously not the traditional format that I'm used to back home, but to be able to kind of maybe sharpen up on some things, be a little bit better at the opening laps, that kind of stuff, I think this is all good building blocks for 25 AMA, and yeah, I feel confident that I'm racy, I guess you could say, but yeah, I mean, I would love to come back and keep doing this. It's I get to travel and see parts of the world that I don't normally get to see, and go racing, and yeah, I don't see why not. It's definitely on the list for next year at least, for sure, but past that, it's something that I'm open to, and yeah, I'm happy to be here, looking forward to maybe trying to be an upset.
And yeah, I think like I've told Callie, they've done a great job, and the whole all Supercross crew. It's it's definitely like, you can tell they're making a big effort, and it's just they're always trying to get better, which is really cool. Something as simple as we had the cardboard tough blocks at the beginning, which I love those because when you hit them, they just kind of diminish and you're pretty safe. But then they're kind of experimenting with tough blocks to make it better. So something even as small as that, over-under structures and just everything. They've done a great job. Nets that saved Joey.
Yeah, the Nets, dude. I'm here for it.
Yeah, he did a wall ride. So honestly, it's been awesome. But if I'm talking to any other American, it's terrible, so they don't come here.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, that's the dreams to go to America. It has been since I was a little kid. But yeah, I've only been riding Supercross for a few months, so it's just figuring out sort of how to race it, and that's going to take gate drops. And yeah, obviously I want to take this further, but it's sort of trying to time it right. I still think I can get better here, so but yeah, it'd be cool to see how this weekend goes, on a bigger track. Adelaide was good for me, but yeah, I've been really enjoying the Supercross ride. Honestly, you don't really think about it in that way, but yeah, after Adelaide I sort of definitely surprised myself a little bit. That was sort of the first round I felt half comfortable, and being able to push the speed. The first 2 rounds was our plan, was sort of just to get through it, get those gate drops, and then Adelaide I really felt like I could start to push it. So yeah, I definitely have surprised myself a little bit for sure.
I'm just a bit curious how the vibe's been in the truck. I've heard some rumblings. I mean, I'm kind of far away these days, and I've been hearing rumblings of the truck. So the management of the vibe, how does it take the mind off the racing, or does it zone you into the racing? But yeah, just interested. Want the T-boys. I've heard it's been a wild season.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely done a little bit of both. Like you said, it's I mean, we all want to win, and I think that's really kind of where it's came from. So yeah, when we're one of the biggest teams in Australia. I mean, and that's where it's like I didn't really think about it coming in. I didn't know how many people were on the team when I got over here. And then they started naming off guys, and I'm like, okay. Like they keep naming them, and it's like we literally have 9 guys on our team. And I'm like, so how many people are in the 250 class? And they're like, yeah, 5. I'm like, okay. Because when Cole and I were joking about it before the season, we didn't know that either one of us were coming, and then once we knew that we were coming, I only knew that it was going to be him and I. So then we get over here, and then there's 3 other kids. So it's yeah, I mean, it's definitely been different. It's been yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we show up to the track and we have a job to do. So it's definitely been tough to manage that at times, but it's like, hey, we gotta push this stuff aside.
Anyone else?
Oh, it's been alright. Your Eve sorts us out, I guess. No, I think we're all good now. Adelaide, we all race each other pretty clean, so no, I think it's all sweet. Eve flies some Americans over, so obviously you want to beat them just to show your Eve, I guess, a little bit. But no, it's cool. It's awesome having these 2 guys here, and I've been learning a lot off them.
Brodie's not afraid to throw some elbows.
I don't want to say too much, but yeah, no, it's been good. I feel like I'm a bit of the center in why maybe some of the controversy came up online, so I'll just, yeah, it's been good.
It was quite strange, like Hunter said, like you felt like a visitor. America's now home. So that was a bit like, wow, I never thought I'd ever say that, But no, it was weird. There's mixed emotions when you come back, because obviously when you were here, you were battling, you were working your butt off constantly. So there was also some sadness in your heart of like, holy dooly, this is what I went through, But very, very blessed that my kids could enable me to have a life that I have now. And so it's sort of humbling to know that you're the dad and your kids are now supplying your lifestyle that you couldn't supply for yourself. So it's a humbling experience, to be honest, and it makes you really, really grateful.
Yeah, so far it's been awesome. The facility here is pretty impressive. It's one of the biggest floors I think I've seen ever for Supercross, and the track, the dirt, everything looks really good. The city's been really cool. a lot of travel time to get here. That wasn't fun, but since I've been here, it's been great. Everybody's been awesome, and really look forward to the racing.
Thank you. There's something I learned earlier that as a parent, obviously emotion gets in the road, you know, with a lot of your decisions. And at the end of the day, the Lawrence setup is a business structure. So Hunter and Jett are nothing but promotional tools for Honda, Alpine Red Bull and so forth. So you have to, as a parent, look at them in that regard. Emotion obviously sways on how you look at things and loses context. So that was the biggest thing I learned as a dad, was like you had to like really treat it like you're going to work. Like these kids, it's a business and you have to be truthful and honest with them. So that's how I manage it in my own brain, you know, to get myself on the right track and be honest. Like we said, Hutch and Lars, and we've obviously talked many times, they're like, nah, bike's fine, the boys are just sucking today. We have to get them better. And they're like, and they've said it many times, they said, man, we're so glad you're here because we could never say that. And so it's you just got to be honest as a parent. Like, so, yeah, it's probably how I manage it that way, you know.